What is up, YouTube? Bass Boys here. Third day out on open water. Today we're going to be fishing at the landfill. This is a top place on the list, especially for spring. Spring in general, all places kind of come alive. But I have not been to the landfill yet. I'm going to the other side this time instead of the spot I usually go to. We'll see if we can get anything to bite today. My last two trips haven't been very fishy at all. Just I caught one fish each time. One bass and one bluegill. And if you're new to tuning into the channel, probably wondering why I call it the landfill. And I do call it the dump too. Well, you'll see why pretty soon here. I don't know if you can see it, but that hill in the distance there is a landfill or a dump. I like to call it the dump, but it's not a dump for fishing, really. It's one of the better places. Alright, well, we're gonna enter here through the forest here. Something's already not looking good. There's like water in here. Well, it's good I wore my waders. That's an automatic. I always wear my waders. This is a lot more flooded than it usually is. Like crap. Hopefully no one's back here. I don't think anybody would be back here yet. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to be kidding me. A stick just flung up. I thought it splashed my camera. But yeah, there shouldn't really be anybody back here. There's no way. Unless they're dressed how I am, waders and stuff, they're not going to be back here. Last time we were here, we were ice fishing. That was a good 2 months ago. Month and a half, 2 months, somewhere along there. This is the part that, I don't know how deep it's gonna be. A lot of sticks though. This usually isn't this flooded. Some water in here, but I don't wanna slip. Otherwise it'd be bad news. This is probably fairly deep if I'm not on these sticks. Uh-oh. Alright. Yep, I just slipped in. Oh, we're good. That'll be a little bit more difficult to go past. It gets darker. Well, we're almost there. I'll just pick up my camera here. Once we get to the spot we're gonna fish. And see what's biting today, if anything. Alright, well here we are in the area that we'll be fishing today mostly. Water is nice and high from all that rain. Might have warmed up the water, warmer than what it was just a week ago. So maybe that can trigger some kind of bite for crappie. We're out here for crappie. We're really out here for anything. That's the usual way I fish. We're out here targeting anything. I hope we can catch some fish today, but just from years of fishing in these lakes and ponds and marsh, anywhere around where I fish, these fish are not easy to get to bite, not easy to catch, and you really don't want to be missing anything. But you never know. For some odd reason, they could be biting here, or I can come out here and just totally get skunked here. This place is probably going to be one of my first spots I'm going to hit with my kayak. I've talked about it in the last video that I got a kayak and everything. Nice pedal kayak. This is probably going to be one of the first places I come to once the weather gets a little warmer, a little more comfortable out. And as the days get longer and longer, that's better. And I can take the kayak out like whenever I want. This is probably going to be one of the first places I'm going to go to. So that's some exciting news for the future. And I can't wait to get the kayak out here. This is one of the reasons why I bought it. Come here. Obviously not just to come here, but this was one place I really wanted to be able to fish on the other side, which is pretty much impossible once it gets later on in the year. Everything starts growing. It's well, for one thing, you're not really supposed to be over there if you're bank fishing. I think there's like a sign over there that says not to go past this area, but I want to fish all those shorelines and stuff back there once these bass start coming in shallower and the fish just start coming in the warmer shallow water. And we should be smoking them, I would think. I never fished back there before, other than when I was ice fishing here. I did go back there, but I didn't really fish it too much. But right now, we're going to start out with the Panfish series. Not a surprise, it's the Ultralight 6 foot Shimano Sedona 1000 reel, 4-pound fluorocarbon. And we got a small 1/32 ounce jig with a Bobby Garland swimmer. Not the slab hunter, but the swimmer. It's a little bit smaller. We'll see how we do today. If we do any good. I hope we get a crappie bite, at least for a short amount of time. I always get like this period at this place where the crappie bite just kind of turns on, but I don't know about March. Early March especially. Late March is different. Might have better luck late March. But early March, it's different. But when the bite turns on, we'll know. It's going to be the best fishing we're going to get. If you did watch my video, ice fishing video here the last time I was here, probably about 100 feet out there where I was, there was a muskie. I dropped my camera down and a muskie came right by, stalking the camera. Now there's not supposed to be muskie in this lake. This is not connected in any way really to the main lake. The only thing it's connected to is this little section over there of the river, but it's such a small area, or small skinny section, and I don't know, that river really isn't known for muskie, but I think it is possible that they might have got through there and into here. Pikes too, there's pike in here. But other than that, the big lake with the muskie in it really isn't There's not many ways I can get in here unless they were somehow purposely put in here. But the one I saw was a pretty good one. It was definitely over 30 inches. And it was a nice, fat, healthy one. And that wind is cold. It ain't no warm wind. Not exactly a very comfortable wind. Right in the face. I'm just gonna put my hat on. My ears are beginning to get cold. I'm just being out here for 10 minutes so far. Let that thing sink a little bit. Pop it around. We got a fish. That was unexpected. I hope he stays hooked. I didn't get a very good hook set. Come on, I just want to see what you are. It's a nice bass. That's a way to start March. Oh, come on, don't go behind me now. It's a good way to start. Well, we're not skunked. That's for sure. I just felt that tug, and then it just kind of slowly pulled my pole down. Wanted to take the cord out so we can get a better cord. I can't really extend, but there it is. Nice chunky bass. Just get him back. I'll catch you on the kayak soon. Again, more than likely. Should let him know that. I'll be catching him on a boat too. Well, I'm happy to catch that. Very happy to get something out here fast. I've only been out here for 15 minutes max. Felt like my drag isn't loose enough still. I don't get it. I set the hook. I have it loose. You don't want it tight. You don't want it like you're setting whales. That's how you lose them with the ultralight. You have your drag way too tight. It was one of those days I was gonna not fish. I don't know, lately, for whatever reason lately, I've been not feeling like fishing. I don't know why. It's usually not the case, but I think it's just this kind of crazy weather we've been having. It's always like this March. One day it'll be 70, then it'll be, all of a sudden we'll have like a severe storms like we had a couple days ago. Luckily my area didn't get hit very hard, but there's people who were unlucky more south of here who got giant hail and tornadoes. Tornadoes in March is kind of unusual. I've never seen a tornado before. Don't know if I want to. But yeah, the weather's gone from warm, and then that storm, it was like 40 degrees out, and it was thunderstorming out. And then today, it's cold now, it's like 40s. So it's been all over the place. That's typically how it is in the early spring. Well, it's good I noticed my audio cut off. It's on my GoPro. I saw the volume was blasting, so I know that something was wrong. I noticed it. It's been times I didn't notice it until I was done fishing. And that, I hate seeing that. I get home, look at the video, and then realize I got no audio on the video. It's really aggravating. It's quite an aggravating thing. Especially if you had a really good day out there. It's happened to me one time. It pretty much ruins the video. Stupid. I can't exactly cast very far when you got a wind blowing in with an ultralight. Oh man, we had a hit. We had something. Come on, man. We had a pop. First cast. Right in front of me. How'd I miss that fish? I don't know. It's like something actually chased it. Did bring my slab hunter, my light rod. I can get that out there a little further, and it'll probably sink down a little faster. It's a heavier jig. This is probably more of the area I saw the muskie in. It may be a little bit down, a little left further, and then about 100 feet out. He's probably roaming around here somewhere. Rapala jerk bait, so I don't get stuck using the ultralight the whole time, which really is no reason not to, but I brought 3 rods with me, so I really would like to try to use all 3. Wind makes it chilly. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cold. Alright, well, let's give it a try. I hope I don't get it stuck. It's like translucent or ghost suspending jerkbait from Rapala. give it a few throws, or I should say a good, we'll give it a few, we'll give it like 20 minutes probably, see if we can get anything to hit. And what I'm using it on is the Legend Tournament Bass Series spinning rods, 7.3, extra fast, medium power, and then a Shimano Stradic 2500, 20-pound braid, I think a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, and yeah, that bait. Not sure what it's actually called, but it is a suspending jerk bait. So let's see if it can do anything. We can entice any fish to hit something like this, since I know they're hitting. Maybe entice that muskie. That's the main reason I brought this. Hearing stuff out here. Thought I heard someone coughing, but it was the sound of the plants. These like wood twigs here rubbing on each other from the wind. Early on in the year is when I can get away with, from the bank at least, using baits like Rapala lures and stuff, hard lures with treble hooks. It becomes a lot harder later on, from the bank at least. Could forget about using this in late May, June, July, from at this place here, pretty much anywhere. So many weeds grow, you'll just be reeling in a pile of weeds every time. But when I'm out there in the kayak and stuff, I'm gonna try more of my hard lures. Lures that I never use, because I can't really use them. I mean, I'm definitely more of a soft bait, weedless kind of person. But I always wanted to catch fish with lures, hard lures and stuff. I buy so many of them, you know, I think they're cool, and then really it's like you're just buying them, but you're not using them. These are some good peanuts here in these Japanese style. Perfect thing to be eating while you're fishing. I don't expect any other people to show up here, especially now that it's later. No one should be showing up here. It's 5:30. It's a cold day, and it's all flooded over there, so for someone to show up, they'd have to be a pretty serious fisherman to come out in this kind of these kind of conditions. I'm not just a fair weather fisherman. That's what they call those people that come out only when the weather's good. Kind of an everything fisherman. Sometimes I'll come out when it's freezing cold, raining, super hot. I have to say it's super hot. I don't know what's worse, super hot or super cold. I don't know. Super cold isn't necessarily bad ice fishing. That's kind of what I mean. I I went out when it was -11, so, but I'd probably take the heat over it, the cold, freezing, but I don't know. The heat does suck. When that time arrives, that part of the year, it's terrible. Fishing's terrible. And the bugs and everything. Even though I wouldn't mind it right now, for just a few moments. If it could just be 100 degrees for a few minutes, I'd be alright with it right now. Bigger kayaks, obviously you're gonna get more room, storage space. Just depends on what type of fishing you're doing, and got one. And that was a type of fishing that was for me. Well, there we go. Knew I felt something. Typically, I don't grab fish when they got a bunch of trebles in them by the lip. I'd never been hooked before. Don't want to be. But I think we're good. Uh-oh. He's bleeding a bit because I hit him somewhere where he's gonna bleed a little bit. The hook didn't go down deep. It just hit him in the spot. It's gonna bleed a little. Hopefully that blood stops, but there he is. A little bit smaller than the other one. Come on, bass. You're all right. One on the jerk bait. Believe it or not, that's the first fish I've ever caught with that lure. Because like I was saying, I don't use lures like that really. I've had that lure for, not even kidding, probably 5-6 years. It's just been sitting in the box like all the rest of them. But I might be using it more now. Alright, well, we got one on it. Wasn't expecting to get one on this today, but I got proved wrong for once. Especially now in March. I was not expecting to catch something like this. Now I know they'll hit it, so I'll be using it more often. I'm probably gonna look into more of these jerk baits and smaller jerk baits and stuff. Oh, we got 2 now, so it's the best day so far, by far. On a day that I wouldn't exactly thought we'd catch a couple. I'm pretty surprised because it hasn't really, we've had some warm days.
heat up the water a little bit, but it's still really winter. We still had the potential to get snow and pretty cold temperatures. So that kind of comes as a surprise to catch a couple. And we still have an opportunity to get more here. Let's try moving down even more here. I've only really fished a couple spots so far. We don't exactly have a whole lot of time. But now that I got two, I got more hope that we can get more. Because it's usually the one and done. I'm used to that. To that scenario. But yeah, with this bait, you really just cast it out, and then you reel down a couple turns, and the rest of the time you're really just twitching it a couple times, 2-3 times, pausing for 3-4 seconds. Then it floats back up and you pause. Oh, we had a fish there. Had it on the pause. It was like a good 3-4 second pause. Something. How did I not get that? How does he not get hooked, you know? It's amazing. Usually they just kind of hook themselves. He probably felt them hook, so he's probably not going to touch it again. Something nailed it though. There's one. What the heck was that? Holy crap. A crappie. Okay, this was the last fish I was expecting to get with this. Which is why I brought my Bobby Garland. Not this. And it's a small crappie too. That's the amazing part of it. Hey, what's going on here? Just wondering how the heck is he hooked. So we catch a crappie that goes after something almost half his size. Oh, that's our first crappie. It's not a very big one. He hit hard. Hit like something bigger. So now we're up to 3 fish today. Let's cast this out here. See if we can find any bigger crappie with this thing. almost makes me want to find even, I know they make small jerk baits. That would work really good for crappie fishing. Gotta use my light ultralight. My light, pull over my ultralight pretty soon because it is probably almost 6 o'clock. It's dark at probably around 6:50 or something. Getting colder and colder. Or since it's getting later, we're gonna try the ultralight again. This Rapala jerkbait though is in the lead with 2 fish. Wasn't the bait I was expecting. Catch a couple, but it did. I might go back to it. But we gotta make sure. Since I did catch that crappie, I'll definitely get him with this if there's any out there willing to bite. We got something. First cast, and he came off. Come on. Didn't stay hooked. Another one. Crappie out there. 2 crappie. Beaver or something right in front of me. Just went under. I really gotta take these sunglasses off. It's getting too dark for them. There's another. This one will be a little, might be bigger, I don't know. I think same size. Crappie number 3. Well, it's good I picked up the ultralight, because apparently they're out there. Another. Fight is on. As soon as it hit the water, there's another one. I wonder every year, I'm sitting here catching these crappies like this right now, and when I came out here on the ice, I could not catch one. I could see them sometimes, but I couldn't get them. Another one. Really makes you wonder every year. Just cannot get these crappies out here when it's ice fishing. Can only get the bluegill. I'm fishing. I was out there ice fishing in the same area. That's where they were. I mean, I saw them. They were hanging out over here. Getting them easy right now. Couldn't get them in the hole though. In the ice hole. Easy now. One after the next. Just a little bit bigger one. There we go. Finally missed one. Hoping I get more of the big ones. There's ones that are much bigger in here than the one I just caught. There's definitely a lot of these small ones too, like this. Still haven't taken my sunglasses off, even though it's like dark. I'll keep catching, yes. these crappie while I can. No matter if they're big or small. Catching them this early is, I don't know, I don't remember getting them this early. They should be biting. This is when you should be getting them, but bite kind of just turned on here. Just like that, they're not biting. It was like every cast for a few minutes there. Probably just not getting in the right spot. Got another. Haven't had to switch my bait out yet. Surprisingly, they haven't ripped off the tail or nothing. Trying to think if I should give my third rod a try. It has something on very similar to what I'm using. Just has the Slab hunter on. It's a bigger Bobby Garland bait. You get a little bit more distance. Oh, we got another one after a brief pause in the action. Still small. Small side. But we're catching them. If they were big, we'd be catching big ones. Same way. It always seems to be, when I fish here, it always seems to be either I'm catching the big one most of the time, or I'm catching the small ones. Seems to be the way it goes. Or it starts out, I'll catch some big crappie, and then later on, I'll get small ones. Maybe we'll get my last setup, we'll try it. If you are a frequent viewer on my channel, it's what I use for most of last fall. I used it a lot. Alright, well, let's get the good setup out. Turn my light on here. Got this new light. It's Yolanzi, that's what it's called. It's on my GoPro, but yeah, Shimano Sahara 1000, 10-pound braid, St. Croix Legend Tournament, Walleye series, 7-foot light. And then that Bobby Garland Slab hunter on a 1/16th ounce jig. This is actually a glowing bait. They call it a Mo Glow. And then I got a Fluorocarbon leader on there too. I believe it's an 8-pound. Let's see if they'll hit this. I usually was catching them with this bait. bait I was getting them with last fall. I mean, I get them with every bobby Garland. Doesn't matter, but my favorite bobby Garland to use really is this one. So I think it attracts a variety. It pretty much will attract anything, any kind of fish. Although the other one will probably attract pretty much anything too. But at least with this setup, a little bit beefier hook, because I got a beefier fish. Oh man, is that a crappie? Oh my lord. It happened, guys. I got a giant. Holy Jesus. That's an 18-inch crappie. Oh my God. This is what I came here for. I just stuck my glove in the water because I was not losing that fish. Look at that crappie's mouth. Holy Christ. My glove is soaking wet. But it was worth it. I was close to possibly losing this fish. This is insane. Holy crap, guys. I'm in disbelief. Look at that pig. Look at that thing. Absolute pig. I don't know if the GoPro's getting the size, because it tends to make things look small, but alright, let's get this guy back in the water. There he is. Absolute pig. There he goes. What a pig. That's crazy. That's why I use the slab hunter. That's exactly why. We got it done today. We got exactly what I was talking about. We got to get the big slab or something. I got more than a big slab. I think that was literally the first cast too, wasn't it? Or it might have been the second. Picked this rod up, casted it 2 times. Literally hook a fish that, a crappie that almost anywhere is a monster. That's a monster anywhere you go. I have caught a huge crappie out of this place every single year since like probably 2023 or something. And I know there's more. I mean, there's black crappie, they're huge in here. White crappie like that one. But I'm thinking that is the same crappie. That might have been the same one. Or it might have been the same one that I caught 3 years ago. And I don't know. It's a good possibility it is. But I know I've caught different ones. White crappie that were big like that. A little bit smaller. So I know they're different ones. But I have caught I caught one that was pretty big 3 years ago, and that, I don't know if that's the same one. I hope it is a different one. Kind of hope it's a different one, but at the same time I'm thinking it's probably the first big one I ever caught here, because they really aren't going to get much bigger than that. It's good to know that if that is the same crappie, he's been in here for a long time. And I just don't see him. Don't see him that frequently. I usually get like one time or one day where I'll catch a whole bunch of big ones. Not really a day, but there will be like a day out of the year where I'm just catching big fish. But that bite, you know, that good bite will go on for a couple weeks. But this one came early. I was not expecting to catch that so early on in the year. That was... I'm just in disbelief from it that I already got huge crappie. It's only March 11th, I think today. March 12th, something like that. Just hooked another monster. I don't know what it is. If it's another crappie, it's a freaking monster. This one's a bass. That bass fought less than that crappie. Crappie was fighting, felt stronger. Another bass. It's probably like as big as that first one I caught. I gotta leave soon too. Well, another nice chunky bass. This thing is literally lighter than that crappie by a lot. That crappie was like, I don't know. The crappie felt like it was probably 1.75 pounds. We only got a few more casts left, and I gotta start walking because I'm almost at the furthest point to where I gotta walk. Oh my God! Missed that one. Damn it! Holy crap! What's going on here? What's going on here? This is insane. This is insane right now. I wasn't expecting for it to get darker and colder and the bite to get even better. That's just weird right now. Be lucky to caught those fish last year around this time. Extremely lucky. Damn it, man. I wish I would have got that one. That thing felt solid, too. Something's going on here. Something. Early bite or something. I might have been right though when I said in the beginning, or sometime during the beginning, about the rain. All that rain we got might have warmed up this water a few degrees. It could have triggered a bite, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm just gonna be straight up honest here. I was expecting to come out here today, the landfill, and not even get close to a video out here. I was really expecting to get skunked because the weather's been all over the place. Today in the morning it was like 25 degrees or something today. So it's been crazy. Warm and hot, warm, hot. Wasn't gonna fish today. I was like, I'll just fish Saturday or something. Or came out today, and thank God I did. Caught a giant crappie. Really, the last like 30 minutes of fishing here. Picked up the Slab hunter, casted it twice, hooked that giant crappie, and then we even added on and caught a bass or a couple bass or something, and then a whole bunch of small crappies. All of a sudden, the bite just started at night. Kind of typically how it would be here. As soon as that sun goes down, starts getting a little dark, and the bite just turns on. But I wasn't expecting it this early on, right at the start of March, for there to be a bite like this. But I'm happy I caught that crappie. It's definitely close to the best one I ever caught. Has to be. I mean, it could be an inch bigger, a little heavier. But I caught a PB in March. It's something that doesn't really happen too often. So, yeah, gotta get packed up here. It's almost pitch black out here. Wasn't gonna stay out this late, but when you start catching fish, all of a sudden you catch a crappie like that, then things change and fishing until I have to leave. But if you made it to this point, thanks for sticking around, and don't forget to hit that like button. Helps a lot. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.